Hello again, my friends. Eric Pearson here. Hope you're doing well. And I'm back with another demonstration of a bumpy ride. Previously, we explored part of the Lily Forest north of Pearberry. We found a few very beautiful areas, but I think there's more to be found. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's get started. Okay, so we're in the big yard. Up here in the Lily Forest, we found a few towns. We found Birchwood, which had a very interesting set of stepwise tracks, similar to certain railroads in India. We found the town or station of Misty Creek, but then we've got some other areas not so easily found on the map. So let's do a little more exploring today. So let's get going here. Okay, let's top off with some water. So we'll go past Blow Whistle Station and head north from there. Sorry, folks, not picking you up today. Now, I know that in the previous video I got a little turned around, but sometimes that's what happens when you don't have a clear map. I love that waterfall. Feel a song coming on. Oh, I'll build you a kingdom in that house on the hill. Sorry, couldn't resist. Alright. Let's see if I can get this right. I'm going to do a right turn here. We have this tunnel of trees. And now let's do another right turn here. Well, it's a lot sunnier here. Well, let's see. Well, we can go this way. Oh, a nice trestle here. So this looks like a freight station. Looks like it has honey. What do we have here? Looks like a gondola upside down in the grass. Let's get a little closer. New car unlocked. And now we have a new task. Purchase a gondola for your train at the shop. Well, that's good to know. Alright. Well, thank you. Let's top off with some water here. And maybe pick up some passengers. Okay, so destinations of Nowhere Station and Cattail. Alright, so those are all way south of us. So we're going to have to get out of the forest to go there. So let's see if we can find our way out. Now, do we have anything on the switch here? We're probably going to want to do a left turn here. Almost missed the whistle. Alright, let me slow down and check the map here. Okay, so I think to get out of here, I'm probably going to have to do a couple of more right turns. So let's do a right turn here. And then another right turn. I'm hoping that gets me out of the forest here. Let's check the map again. Not showing up on the map yet, but I think we're getting close. Okay, I think I know where we are. Yeah, I think that's Pearberry up ahead. Check the map. Yep, sure enough. So if I want to get to Nowhere and Cattail, I'll go past Pearberry, do a left turn, actually 2 lefts. So, okay, here we go. Full steam ahead. Sorry, folks, full up. Oh, got a train coming. Better get out of the way. Alright, cows, out of the way. Thank you. Now, I do believe this is nowhere coming up. Whistle for arrival. Okay. Cattail, Misty Creek, and Birchwood. Those are back in the Lily Forest. Let's check the map again. Alright, if we want to get to Cattail... we've got to do a left at this... Sorry, tongue-tied. Actually, we can get to Cattail by going straight at the switch. Here we are at Cattail Station, straight ahead. Okay. Birchwood Station. Let's check the map. Alright, so... if we want to get up to Birchwood, that's all the way up over here. Alright. So, this is going to be a long trip. Probably at this rate, we should head sort of back the way we came, so we'll do a left at this next switch, and then a right. Okay, so left at this switch. Might not have time for sightseeing. Okay, here's our right turn. We might want to stop at nowhere and take on some water. check the map while we're taking on water. Alright, so we want to do a right and another right to go up through Pearberry. Need you to move out of my way. Check the map again. Looks like we've got a rival train up here. Alright, right and a right. Sorry, folks. Not today. Alright, let's check the map. I know we're going to be invisible soon, but I think generally we're going to try and get off to the right. Okay, right turn here. And I think to get to Birchwood, we'll need to do another right turn. Yep, this looks familiar. In fact, let's make use of the turntable here. There we go. Okay, here's Birchwood. Okay, next stop, Misty Creek. Okay, so we've got a bunch of different places to go here. So, We need to get up to Misty Creek. So, back down the hill we go. Might as well top off on water. Check the map again. So if we want to get back to the Rio Frontera era... Actually, we still have to get to Misty Creek. So what we need to do is we're going to have to head up this way. So I think we're going to have to do a... looks like a right turn and another right to get up that way. So I'll have to note that. Then we'll be able to get over to the Rio Frontera area. Hello. Looks like we have to stop here. We have a signal here. Let's check our map. Let's wait a moment. This is the first time I've actually had to stop for a train. Edge forward a little bit. This is interesting. I guess we have to wait. Is there anything on the map? This is interesting. There's a train down here. Can we go this way? Okay, I think we need to do another right turn here. Okay, I think this is Misty Creek. Okay, great. Alright, let's check the map here. Alright, so we've got to get to the Rio Frontera area. I don't want to take on any more passengers because I don't want to overload myself. So we'll go past Blow Whistle and go from there. Oops, sorry, folks. Oh yeah, you can hear the music. It's getting late in the day. Okay, so if we want to get to Colby, we're gonna have to go through Blow Whistle and do a right. And it looks like we're gonna have to go to either Colby and Bloomwater, so we'll have to go a certain distance and then backtrack. We'll probably go to Colby first. Better pour on the steam if I'm gonna get there in time. Hello. That was a close one. Alright. How are we gonna do this? That was a close one. Minor delay, but not too horrible. Okay, checking the map again. So, right turn, and then a left to get to Colby. Sorry, folks. Okay, right turn. And then a left to get to Colby. And then we'll backtrack to this Y to get to Bloomwater. Okay. Bloomwater and Birchwood again. Well, we'll see if we get to Birchwood, but definitely Bloomwater. And it looks like it's a little hotter, so therefore we'll be taking in more water than usual. Okay, let's check the map. We want to get to Bloomwater, or get to Birchwood. I don't know if we'll get there in time, but we can at least try. We'll have to throw in reverse here. Well, we may not get there on time, but we'll get you there. Check the map here. Nope, not gonna get you there in time, but oh well. Check the map again. Well, didn't quite make it, but I'd say we had a good run today. Managed to earn an A for the day, so I'd say it was a pretty good run. We explored some new areas, we unlocked a gondola that we can use for freight runs from now on, so I'd call it a good day. So thank you very much for watching, and join me next time. Eric Pearson, signing off.